The Propcast on the Sports Game Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Hooking up new customers, play just $5, get $100 bonus funds. Use promo code SGPN.
And Peggy to shot the ground downfield. He gets the catch, and he gets in for the touchdown. The catch is made by Calvin Ridley. Wilson, as he throws deep down.
And welcome, everyone, to a bonus episode of the Propcast here on the Sports Game Podcast Network. Currently Monday afternoon, October 13th, around 12:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm Rose Sky Rachel, once again joined by Adam Rosenberg together and write down our thoughts for the two Monday night games. Yeah, they started adding more doubleheaders for Monday night. Thought, why not? Going to add another game to talk about, so might as well add some props that can help you make some money on the games. Adam, how's it going with you? What's up?
Cosmic Cowboy here. Look at that.
Yeah.
Like, I never see him in the chat, but this is great. No, it's good. It's also for all of you who've watched The Sopranos or just generally love Italian Americans. Happy Columbus Day.
Yes. It is pretty interesting, though, because the Bills did tweet Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. So not everyone is celebrating Columbus Day. But
it's only really New Jersey and Massachusetts that do that.
Oh, that's the Sopranos episode from like 20 years ago.
Yeah. So that's what you watched. So
But either way, point is Columbus Day to some, Indigenous Peoples Day for others. But either way, most people are off work. But here we are. So either way, we're going to break down two games on the card. Should be fun. Looking forward to it. Briefly talking about what happened on Sunday. My props went 1 and 2. I'm still annoyed at McVay. We had actually a conversation about this via text message. I had Cardi over 1.5 field goals.
That was a risky move out of the gate. Just knowing that, it
was. But he missed a 26-yarder off the upright, which is not a good start. And then they were up 14 halfway through the fourth quarter, and McVay turned down a 23-yard field goal on 4th and 3,
which I agreed with.
I disagreed with. Besides the prop stuff, I just thought going up 3 possessions made more sense. But it didn't matter anyway. They were going to win the game because they had Snoop Huntley in the game at the last minute for Baltimore. So it didn't really matter. But I'm a bit annoyed I went 1 and 2. Noah Gray had one long catch, so it is what it is. But yeah, 1 and 2, not the best episode for me. But Cardi, a 26-yarder, really, in 2025? That's not fun. But either way.
They're clearly trying to build his confidence.
I know, but it was pretty annoying missing a 26-yarder there like that. But how did your props end up doing?
Well, I took your Void King stuff, and I was the Void King because Coker didn't even make it to the weekend. He voided out then. You and I had a really good for those who follow. I mean, those follow us. They know we have a bunch of plays and stuff, which we've been running super hot and did not have the best because we went a little bit crazy on touchdowns. We shouldn't have. In general, just not going to do that.
Higgins got tackled the inch line.
I know, but like the guys that you and I liked at 10 p.m. on Saturday night, we just didn't bet.
Yeah.
And then both of them had 2 touchdowns, I'm pretty sure. So anyway, point is 1-1-1. Baker didn't get the game script wasn't there for Baker because the Niners just like really weren't competitive in that game. Like they were close, but their offense didn't move at a pace that
every time they ended up scoring, they either took a ton off the clock or gave up a touchdown afterwards. So,
what was the other one that I had? It was like we actually almost got there on the underdog. Just Horton just no-showed for the entire game.
Correct.
And let's see. I don't know where my plays that I had. If anyone remembers what else I have, I was 1-1. What would I have? I had Coker. Oh, Chase Brown didn't get there.
They didn't throw the damn ball. They gave P. Ryan a bunch of run in that game, though. P. Ryan got a ton of run.
Very weird game.
But either way, I do want to ask you though, just any takeaways from Sunday? Anything you want to mention? Not even necessarily prop related.
I can't wait to bet I think Detroit's going to fuck up Tampa Bay next Monday.
Yeah, so that's a look-ahead game. I know you texted me a couple of look-ahead lines. I'll ask you for the sake of, I'd say, recency bias because of the fact they played last night. I know we really never wavered, but just for the general public, Chiefs to win the Super Bowl? ?
Yeah, 9-1. Yeah, I said this to Kramer when Kramer was asking me who do you think makes it out of. I said there's 2 teams that I think are interesting that make it out of the AFC, and one of them was very.
Matt Brown.
A reminder,
by the way, Rashee Rice is coming back next week.
I said now is absolutely the time to bet the Chiefs, and 2, Colts coming out of the AFC is not crazy in my head.
It's not crazy, but I do think that the Chiefs are going to look very sharp.
I do too. But
So,
I'm just saying, if you want something cute, there's less that I can pick apart from them than other teams.
yeah, I ended up having the Chiefs in a parlay, which lost. I found some rogue tennis line, which I told you about, which ended up losing anyway. But I had that with the Chiefs Super Bowl at like 50 to win $6,000. So that went up in flames immediately. But the Chiefs, I think they looked really good last night. And I'm
I thought they looked great, man. I still like Detroit, but they look great.
Jags usually gets the defense under control in general, but does Mahomes look faster to you?
I think he's just more willing to run because he's sort of like, F it, I'll do it myself.
I'm just saying, though, like watching him run, they ran the damn like fake QB sneak speed option in the red zone area for a touchdown.
He's got 4 TDs.
He looks fast, Mahomes. Like he looks like he's gained some speed. So I don't know if that was injuries in previous years, but he's moving very well.
It was super weird to me that Tyquan Thornton, who'd been his favorite target
just didn't get involved at all. No, Hollywood Brown had 2 touchdowns, and they kind of spread the wealth yesterday.
That second one was weird. I don't think he was the primary read.
No.
But because they were clearly just trying to like run out the clock.
Yeah.
But defense looked good. The defense has given Goff problems the entire night. So
we know Goff's a statue, so if you get after him, he's dead.
I know. So what is worth noting is 2 things. One, Mahomes MVP got shorter for obvious reasons. It's now 4-1, 3-1.
I forgot, what did we get? 7?
We got set plus 750.
Yeah, it's 750.
Goff stayed the same, which I still think you need it for a portfolio in this situation because of where they'll be. I will continue to say this, that this is probably going to end up being in like a Cal Rally type of thing, but unless the Bucks are the 1 or 2 seed, which I don't think they will be, I don't think that Baker's winning MVP.
I think the Bucks have done a great job so far this season staying afloat with the injuries they've had. At the same point, though, this team is built to get curb stomped on national television. And once that happens, I can see the odds slipping. I mean, you mentioned you think that Detroit's going to kill this team.
I think absolutely Detroit.
In general, watching Tampa, do I like their defense? Not really. Do I like the offense? Baker, I think, carries the entire team.
Yeah.
If they're against a very good team that could actually game plan some stuff, Tampa can get blown out on national TV by 20. If that happens...
Look, I like Tampa. I like Tampa. It's just more just for me, it's just... I think people, you know what I think is, it's funny. I think the OPOY I have for Baker Mayfield feels more alive than MVP because of just how I know how MVP stuff works. But
I don't think he's going to win MVP, but Mayfield, of course, has been great. If the award was given out right now,
we've also played 6 weeks, guys.
Yeah, if the award was given out right now, I think he might win it. But we still have like.
But they also that's because they have 2/3 of their season.
Yes, we have 12 weeks left, so I think Tampa will still finish around 11-6, 10-7.
Yeah, but here's the thing: it's basically the MVP coming from the 4 seed.
No, I agree. I'm saying I still think they will end up.
That's what it is. If someone says to me, yes, it is, then I agree.
I love Baker. I don't think he's going to win an MVP, but there will be a game, maybe not like the Brock Purdy game against Baltimore a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah, that's a good comp.
I think
that's a great comp.
I think they get smacked at some point, and that's going to cause the odds to plummet. That's kind of where I look at it. Because I think Tampa, every game they win besides the Niners game, which was kind of in the balance for most of it, I do think most of their games are shootouts. And I don't know how sustainable it is to actually win that many games if you can't stop anybody. So
yeah, you can't.
That's kind of my thoughts there. But I like Mahomes. I know we already got a better number on Mahomes, so we'll go from there. Anyway, anything else?
Weird question about? With the increase of going for it on 4th past couple of years, both NCAA, do you think totals have been increased in the books to adjust? I want to answer. I think it's more just NCAA. It's just because the kids just play and like the coaches are just doing that. I think rather than going for it on 4th, I think what you mean is it's that in the NBA, what's happened in the NFL is that like the same thing that happened in the NBA, where just everybody has come up and they just want to shoot threes. Nobody wants to play defense in the NFL, like period. Like we'll talk about this with the games tonight, but one of these teams has a good defense of the 4 teams playing tonight. When you actually get really in the numbers, like Buffalo's defense is actually quite terrible.
See, you're mentioning effort. I'll mention it's more rule based for me because everything's benefiting the offense with the amount of penalties they call. So.
Yeah, and also the ball, the rules about kickoff.
The kickoffs are big too because every team's getting extra advantage based on yards. So.
Exactly. So yeah.
So
all right, Should we jump in?
Yeah, we can jump in. Before we get into the actual props that we have for the game tonight, a reminder that the NHL is back. So the Hockey Island Podcast. Join Ryan and Joel as they break down the biggest game storylines, awards, and best bets throughout the season. Let it slide. So moving on into the actual props that we have for the two games. Same format as always. We are still doing three props each. So we're going to be doing 6 props total. Adam, I'll let you go first. What's going to be your first prop for the two games tonight?
All right. So, Ryan, Marianne Kramer called this a risky play, but I love it. I'm going to go with DeAndre Swift, 50 rush yards at plus 108. Guy shows up on primetime, first of all, 79, 53, and 53 in his last primetime games. They're off a bye. So I'll bet on Ben Johnson to fix some things with the offense and fix some things just overall off the bye. I'm always going to like DeAndre Swift on extra rest just because we've seen what happens to him. He kind of his curve goes down around week 10. Though he had a good season last year, in all honesty. The Commanders have given up 60 yards to a player on every team in all games but week 1. I say a player because they gave up 60 to Justin Herbert last week. Bijan had 70, and Tyler Algier had 50. So even if you think that there's a timeshare, which there isn't, I think that 50 yards is very doable for DeAndre Swift. Again, he also had 129 last year against this team. This is the exact same defensive line. So DeAndre Swift plus 108 for 50 rush yards.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I think it's a low number, so I can get behind. I mean, we're not fans of this defense at all. So you mentioned that there are 4 teams playing tonight, and there's only one defense we might actually like. Spoiler, Washington's not that defense.
Washington's not that defense, correct.
So, spoiler. So, there you go. For my first prop, I'll go with a running back as well. I'll go to the other game, though. I'll go with James Cook. I'm going to take his under 2.5 catches at minus 110. Cook has actually not been very good at catching passes on the road. He has had less than 3 receptions in 8 of his last 10 road games. Played 1 road game this season against the Jets. He had 1 catch. Now, the Falcons are also good at stopping opposing running backs from catching passes, as the Falcons are allowing the 3rd fewest catches per game to opposing backs. So I do like the matchup. I think Cook will be used more in the actual run game purposes, but Atlanta's been very good against running backs in general, whether it involves the rushing yards or the receiving yards. I like Cook to potentially struggle out of the backfield catching passes. We know they have a couple of the running backs in place, Johnson, for example, who can catch passes as the pass-catching down back guy. I think this number is too high. I believe he had 0 catches against New England last week, and that game was close. Give me James Cook under 2.5 catches at minus 110. Thoughts?
I like it. I have a fade of James Cook too tonight. So,
you have a separate one, but I went for the pass catching.
But I like that. I like that as well. I like it. I just don't. It's not the weakness of that. It's not a good idea against the Falcons.
They've been very good against running backs in this area. So I also think it's worth mentioning for these last-minute hurry-up drives, they use Johnson a lot. They don't use Cook for these random last-minute drives to end halves.
I've noticed that a lot. Yeah, it's all tie.
So based on that, that can limit a decent amount of potential targets for checkdowns if he's not going to be in the game, if they're going to be in throwing downs. So based on that, I think the receptions under is worth a look at minus 110. All right, moving on to your second prop that you have for the games tonight. What do you like? You can just segue that into your own Cook fade if you want.
Yeah. Zanza for the Bucks. They're let me see. Okay. My Cook fade. I have a bunch of plays here. So hold on, let me just tell somebody one thing. I mean, it's week 7. Let's see. All right. James Cook under 15.5 longest rush. He is under in 3 of 4 to bottom 25th percentile offenses, which the Falcons are. Under in 4 of his last 5 against top-rated pass defenses, which the Falcons are. Under in his last 2 games, only 2 of 6 opposing running backs have gone over their longest line. Krosky Merritt did it 2 weeks ago, and he only got to 16. So I think this is a pretty physical Falcons defense. So I'm just going to kind of take this as a fade. I just don't think that James Cook's going to be the guy to get that chunk yardage. I think there's going to be a lot of situations, honestly, where Shakir probably gets a lot of looks here. Maybe some Coleman stuff.
I think it's a big Josh Allen game, personally.
I do think it's a big Josh Allen. I think off a loss, Josh Allen's going to want the ball in his hands the entire time. We could talk about this in the underdog, but I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
A primetime loss and then another primetime game, like, we know Josh Allen. So, yeah.
Against a defense that I think we'd agree can be had more easily through the air than on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, but anyway, James Cook, under 15.5 longest.
Yes, we're both fading him in different ways, but either way, we're going to fade James Cook tonight. Before we get into the rest of our props for the games tonight, a reminder that we are brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Whose bookie?
My bookie.
Yeah, so you can check them out for football, college football. Their prop builds are second to none. Model simple. Bet anything, anywhere, anytime. Use crypto to fund your account and to get payouts from your account. And a reminder, use code SGPN for 100% bet bonus, $500 to your customers. Look at the promo code SGPN. If you use promo code SGPN, once again, 100% bet back bonus up to $500. We're also brought to you by Novig, which is America's number one prediction market for sports. Getting some great prices on Novig as well. Check it out. Available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app. You get $50 when you spend just $5 if you use a promo code SGPN. Get next to a Novig. Promo code SGPN. Welcome back, everyone, to the Propcast. Finish going through our first couple of props that we have for the games tonight. Time to move on into my second prop for Monday Night Football. So for this one, I'm going to stick with that Bills game. I'm going to fade a Falcons player. I'm going to fade Kyle Pitts. I'm going to take his longest catch under 18.5 yards at minus 120. Historically speaking, high number for Kyle Pitts. His longest reception is usually nowhere near this number. He's not had a 19-plus yard catch in 9 of his last 11 games. He's gone under this number as well in 3 of his first 4 games of the season. Buffalo has been very good at limiting pass catchers, and I do think that Pitts is a guy who might catch some stuff underneath. 19-plus yard catch, though, I think is pretty generous when his receiving yards for the game are in the, high 30s, low 40s. This feels like a number that's too high for me for Pitts, and I do think that for a Bills defense, which has been sneakily good, his receiving yards are at 41.5. Against tight ends, the Bills are allowing the second fewest receiving yards per game. So the Bills have been good against tight ends. Pitts' receiving yards number is not that high. I think this number is pretty high in general for his longest catch. Give me Pitts under longest catch, 18.5 at minus 120. So
into it. Sorry, I was explaining to Sean Hardy. I was telling him how great your take was. I said that's why I got distracted. I literally said, Rachel basically just said that Baker's MVP team is like Brock Purdy's, and I said it's so dead on. And Christmas is coming, and it's going to be against Detroit next week.
So we'll get into that for next week.
We'll get into it, but it was. I never tell you when you have a great take, and I thought it was one of your best takes.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I always tell you when you have a bad take, though.
Yeah, well, that's what friends are for.
Yeah,
all good. But either way, point is, I think Pitts is going to struggle in this matchup, so I'll go with the under on his longest catch. What is going to be your third prop for the show?
My third prop is pretty gay.
Okay.
To be honest. Matt Gay.
Okay.
All right. Matt Gay, under 8.5 kicking points.
I honestly forgot he was actually the kicker, so I was trying to think of...
It's a bit.
I think Willie Gay popped up into my head.
Matt Gay, under 8.5 kicking points, minus 129. Bears are fifth in the fewest field goals per drive, so that takes out. So first of all, this isn't 7.5, which is very key, or even 6.5. 6.5 is
two field goals and a touchdown.
2 field goals and a touchdown. 2 field goals, 2 touchdowns. This is effectively 3 field goals. But the problem is that this Bears team doesn't give up a lot of field goals.
Well, it's 3 field goals or 2 field goals and 3 touchdowns.
Sure, but the easiest path.
That's what I'm saying. It takes a lot for the touchdown purposes.
Takes a lot. 8.5's high, dude. That's a high. He's also under this in 4 or 5 primetime games, so the guy clearly can't handle it. Under his last 5 games against NFC North opponents, all of which seem to have very similarly built physical defenses. So that's going to kind of be something to do with field position. Northeaster is happening right now. Joe Dahl, there you go. Joe just pointed it out. Shitty weather in DC all up through the Northeast because of this nor'easter. We also know that Quinn, talking about Cosmic Cowboy, Dan Quinn loves to go for it on 4th.
Yeah.
Loves it. So he's got a quarterback that can run with the ball like that. They will, I mean, it's a little bit down this year from last year, but they love going for it on fourth. So that takes out field goal opportunities. Under 8.5 kicking points, minus 129 for the gayest prop on the board.
Yeah, with the actual weather, I think it's definitely a good read because that's the factor that I think people are not paying attention to. Probably my regret as well with Cardi. Just to backtrack a second, there was a lot of wind in that game. I could have done a better job of probably tracking that. I mean, once again, he should have went over anyway, but
I mean, he should have gone. He didn't go. It had nothing. I don't think it didn't have anything to do.
No, it didn't. But it just reminded me for this time of the year, you should be tracking wind in the first place.
Yes,
because that got announced and it was 3-3 at the half, and I'm like, I probably should have factored in the weather a bit more than I actually did. Yeah. So keep that in mind. Check out weather, but it is bad weather on the East Coast, so keep that in mind. Anyway, for my last prop, I'm going to go to the same game between the Commanders and the Bears. I'm going to go Bobby Wagner. Very degen prop. I'm going.
I almost took this. I like this.
I'm going to go cross sport. Give me Bobby Wagner over 3.5 assists. Right, that's how it works. At minus 130 as my play. So Wagner has had at least 5 assists in every game this season, and the Bears allow a ton of assists to opposing middle linebackers. Bears are allowing 1.8 assists per game to opposing middle linebackers, which is the 4th most in the league. Wagner is everywhere on that defense. He helps out all the time. Once again, this is assist only. If you have tackles and assists, I don't hate it combined, but I don't really need the solo tackles. There's been a bunch of shared love for the tackling with this defense. Wagner's always involved. We know he's always been a very high motor, high pursuit guy, and he's gone over this number in every single game this season. 5+ in every game this season. Bears, we know, are not the best offense, but in general, I think Wagner will be heavily involved with this defense because he has to be. When this defense stinks, Wagner's the only guy that can tackle on this defense. So give me Wagner over 3.5 assists as my play here at minus 130. So there you go. You want to share any Bobby Wagner love here?
I thought about this prop too. And then
Seattle got rid of him, and he's been bouncing around, just tackling people left and right. I love Bobby
Wagner. He doesn't stop. And also, look, dude, I just talked about how I like a lot of work from Swift.
Yeah.
So someone's got to get in there.
Yeah. Wagner just being involved as, I think we'd agree, future Hall of Famer. Probably.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'll back the elite middle linebacker against a team that does allow a bunch of tackles to middle linebackers. So I'll give me the assist for that. Anyway, it's going to wrap it up for actual 6 plays. Moving on to miscellaneous stuff. You have any bonus bets you want to share?
Kramer was just talking about. I will give a plug for Kramer's DJ Moore play. Okay. It's 40 yards. It's super low.
How much are we factoring passing stuff with weather? Do we want like carries?
Oh yeah, I mean you do. But the thing is about him is that he could do stuff long. He could do stuff on the end, or he could yak it.
Once again, I'm kind of just speculating why the number's so low. Do we want to pivot more to?
Because he's had 3 terrible. Because Rome has kind of emerged.
I'm saying that too, but I'm wondering do we want to pivot more towards it to segue from more like Daniel's carries, Caleb carries, anything with the ground games for these teams?
I like Jaden Daniels rushing because of the lower number. I think the Krosky numbers are like.
I'm saying the lower number mixed in with the weather too. I think it's a great combo for.
Yeah. No, I do like it. My wife's asking me about paying daycare. So Sean just texted me, should have killed me when you had the chance. Patrick Mahomes, weeks 1 through 6 this season.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Because now he's getting Rashee Rice back. It's true. Miscellaneous. A couple other things that I added. I like Cole Bishop under 5.5. I don't get this line under 5.5 tackles and assists. I've been really good on the defensive props on these things. Another reason I like that is also because while he does end up in the box quite a bit, and I guess they're saying that this might be a bad matchup because like Bijan can do that, but it's going to just run up the gut. But I don't know if Bijan's going to necessarily run up the gut as much as he can just take advantage of pretty slow corners. Penix is also just not bombing it over there.
What was the number you said?
5.5. It's low, but he hasn't hit it yet this season.
It's at 157 now, so I think it moved.
Oh, it is? Oh, yeah. I killed that then. All right, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Under? On the under?
The under is 157.
Oh, dude. All right, well,
so.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good. Wait, go me.
Mm-hmm.
Other things I like, Jaden Daniels under's longest.
Okay.
Bears had the 8th best ADOT to opposing QBs. And
a lot of underneath stuff.
Yeah, 3 of 4 QB. Oh, well, he doesn't have Terry. So
that sets up very well, though, for like McCaffrey. If you want to go for like receptions or maybe a tight end.
He's also not very good.
He doesn't need to be. Just about the role.
No, I mean, I think they're going to force feed Debo, to be totally honest. But
could be.
Yeah. Bears also fewest 20, as much as we shit on the Bears defense, fewest 20-yard attempts given up in the league.
Yeah, they'll just let teams nickel and dime them down the field.
Yeah, they have the lowest deep throw rate in the league for percentages of 20 plus.
Okay, so there you go.
I like that one a lot too.
Anything else you want to mention?
I have Tyler Algier rush yards too. I like that.
Okay, there we go.
I think the Falcons run all over this team, and Algier's number is really low.
Yeah, it is very low.
Like Algier's rush number should be probably 37.
Yeah, and he's a good player.
He's a good player.
There you go. All right, that's going to wrap it up for the bonus bets. Time to move on into our best bets. Before we get into that, though, a reminder they're brought to you by our sponsor, which is Underdog Fantasy. Play Fantasy Pick'em. We're going to build a line, or I should say an entry in a second. Win the 5 times your entry. Pick higher or lower on your favorite player stats. Available for a bunch of different sports as well. You can mix and match. New offer for new customers. Play just $5. Get $100 bonus funds. Use promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. They're off to a great start in college football and NFL. And with picks and props, you could also check out their giveaways. You give away a weekly cash prize just for tracking your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type for model that you build, and you can win $1K. Use our promo code SGPN25 as well. You download the Rhythm app for a quarter first month. That Rhythm, once again, promo code SGPN25 for a quarter off your first month.
I got some good ads on Rhythm because they sent me some good stats on how they've been performing. For people because you and I use Rhythm, we use it for college football.
I'll add it to the ad read. Throw it in there.
I'll tell you right now. 8-0 on Dylan Gabriel props this season. Period. Full stop. 14-7 on recommended rushing props last week, which would be 6.3 units.
Overall, they were like 6.6, I think, but either way.
Yeah, depends on what the juice was.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. 63 and 38 overall on recommended prop unders yesterday. 22 and 11 on reception overs that were our smart signals, which this season, which is pretty outstanding.
Actually, you know what? Since you're reading it out, we'll throw in a bonus play. What's the one Rhythm play they like?
We should do that. Let me see.
Why not?
Well, so Rhythm, hilarious. Now everybody is on my Bishop play. Or on my.
But they got a worse number, I'm sure.
They got a way worse number. All right, let me look. Let's see what we got here.
We're throwing this into the ad read, so
this is one giant ad read. I'm perfectly fine with it. They like McCaffrey. They like DJ Moore over 40. They like DJ Moore 40 receiving yards.
Okay, there you go. So they co-sign it with Kramer. So there you go.
Co-sign it with Kramer.
Check out Rhythm for more analytically driven props. So there you go. Once again, a reminder though, you get a discount for your first month if you use the promo code SGPN25. Get a quarter off your first month. Welcome back, everyone, to the Propcast. Finished going through our favorite plays for the Monday night games in Week 6. Time to move on into our best bets. Adam, out of the 3 plays that you ended up giving out, what is your favorite play out of those 3?
Probably the Gay one.
Okay, I agree with you. I think it's a very solid angle.
I think you know how I am with Gay.
Yeah. Thank you, Adrian. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Adrian's awesome. Adrian shows up to everything you and I do and is endlessly supportive.
Yeah. Shout out to Adrian. For my best bet, I really like those Cook under 2.5 receptions.
I like that too. That's also why I didn't give Cook out. I knew you liked that one.
I get that they're playing in a dome, so you could argue that, weather's not a factor, unlike the Washington game, but That's fine. Because I said before, for end of half drives, they use Johnson as their receiving back all the time. So Cook had 0 catches last week. He's gone under this number constantly on the road, and Atlanta's allowing the 3rd fewest catches to opposing running backs per game. So I like the matchup. I like the spot. We think it is going to be an off night for Cook. But the pass game was never a strong suit anyway, so I'll go for the under on his receptions at 2.5 at -110. Anyway, moving on to Underdog. What do we want to use? I know we mentioned a couple of things involving Daniels, for example, for rushing. Mentioned Josh Allen having a big game on the night. Anything you want to go with for Underdog?
I mean, the guys are already on this, but Oh, look at this. Wait, we have 40% profit boost. Yeah, we should definitely do that. So we have a profit boost on Monday Night Football. We have a couple profit boosts. We have a profit boost on okay, whatever. We have a profit boost. Okay, so let's do a Josh Allen thing. Higher rushing yards.
What's the number at?
34.5.
I mean, I think he gets there, but I'm wondering if you. Well, how do you think he targets this defense?
By running.
His pass touchdowns are a 1.5.
I don't think that's a good decision. They have a very good pass defense.
Okay,
I think he's gonna want the ball in his hands. Oh, his rush attempts is super low. It's only 6.5.
I was gonna say his regular touchdowns are even money.
It's even better on this. Do we think that he does this? You want to do that?
It's up to you. I mean, do you think he's?
No, it isn't. It's up to you too. We're a team.
No, I know. I'm just saying because I'm fine with the rushing yards as well, but
I want the rushing yards or his touchdown.
Let me just quickly see what his rushing numbers are for Atlanta. Atlanta's been quite. They've been okay against the run, not amazing, but he's been flying over lately. Yeah, we can go for the over rushing yards on it.
Yeah, because it's usually at 38.
Yeah, the last couple of games, 53, 45, 25, 59. Like, yeah, I think he's fine for this.
Right. Cool. Let's do. So we got that one. And then,
by the way, he has gone higher than this number in 5 of the last 6 road games.
I like the Jaden Daniels rush yards.
Okay, so we'll just 2 separate quarterback rush yards plays.
Mm-hmm. And then let's find one other thing.
Let me just do we want to recycle anything or no?
I like that. I like I mean, well, here's the thing. I guess we could do. It's correlated. So if we think that Allen has the ball a lot, then Cook probably doesn't, right?
Yeah.
We know what? We don't have any Bijan stuff, and you and I both like him tonight.
Well, I was going to say, do you want to use Bijan? Do you want to recycle my Cook receptions play? Do you want the longest rush lower? Like, we have a couple options we can stick with.
It's 2.5 receptions, so it's a great number. So I'm going to take the under.
Yeah, it was 2.5 market wide. That's fine.
Oh, I thought it was 1.5.
It was 2.5.
Okay. I'll take that. Let's take that.
Okay, there we go.
Cool. Okay, we are looking live. Let's see. I see, because Sean Corner gave out my play. That's what it was. We have a 40% profit boost, so it's 7.53. So James Cook lower 2.5 receptions, Josh Allen higher 34.5 rushing yards, Jaden Daniels higher 46.5 rush yards.
Yeah, that's fine.
50 to allegedly win 376.
Yeah, works for me.
Perfect.
All right, sounds good. Cool. That is going to wrap it up for the show. We'll be back once again later in the week to get into the Week 7 props. But until next time, find me on Twitter, Rage Radio. Find me on Twitter at Herosberg. And until next time, good luck to all of you and all of your bets. Bye, everyone.